Tomb of Annihilation with DM Patrick. Take it away, Patrick.
Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome, everybody, as our heroes have started their way down to level 6. It's the beginning of the end of the Tomb of Annihilation. Joining me tonight...
Hello, everyone. I am Lorne. I will be playing Chie, the Turtle Circle of the Coast druid, who is subbing in for his living impaired brother Baka.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara. I'm playing Deepwalker Bow, the Tabaxi Arcane Trickster.
Andy playing Thorn, a Tabaxi Warlock Paladin.
Hi everybody, my name is Chris, and I am playing Hollis, the rock and roll rock gnome, and I'm looking for a Yankee Road.
Ian, and I'll be playing Winthrop Q. Rutherford, Explorer Extraordinaire, Gloomstalker Ranger, and Expert World Class. Oh, I got it here. Oh no, I lost it. Enology.
Enology?
The study of wine. He is a master in the study of wine.
We're best friends today.
I'm Stephanie, and I'm playing Beatrix Caspian Rutherford, Cavalier Fighter Extraordinaire.
And the Beal here, I'll be playing as Olo, a turtle monk, mastering the way of the Drunken Fist.
And last session, you guys finished off the Mesoloths that had been harassing Winthrop, solved a puzzle of roses and thorns in order to get through the last of the cog rooms, where you found yourself staring down a long hallway where at the end you saw this open room with these huge noisy chains and purple lightning flashing. And Winthrop really took one for the team as he wandered down the hallway, and you guys watched as his non-magical clothing and armaments all started fraying and rotting away. And you guys saw this just in time to stop Beatrix and a few others from following him down the hallway.
Oh, that merkin was expensive.
At the end of the hallway, you found using your familiars who had sort of flown out, and Hollis went up and peeked through the doors. You saw a couple of what Hollis recognized as Mechanus chains, which are chains from the plane of the Modrone plane, basically. And you saw that at the top and the bottom, there were a couple of planar vortices, which had you sort of fallen in on either end, you would probably have been lost forever. And you figured these chains were powering the entire tomb, and Hollis, with a wonderful DC 25 tying roll, figured out that to destroy one of these chains, it required the casting of 3 wish spells. From the platform where you guys are, you can see that 15 feet above on the other wall is another balcony, and then a hallway leading off from that. But as you guys are looking and, wondering what exactly is going on besides all this sort of purple lightning and gas that is in this room, Winthrop has snuck his way downstairs, down the little staircase on the side of the hallway.
That wasn't sneaking, that was bold. I was strutting.
All right, nakedly strutting, the stride of pride, heading down the stairs, where he found himself in a smoke-filled chamber, and the smoke was billowing out from a bronze cauldron in the middle of this 20-foot high vaulted hall. Barely visible through this haze are 3 rocking chairs that were in the center of the room, several workbenches that you saw heaped with various types of haberdashery, a spinning wheel, and a rusty iron cage containing what appears to be a humanoid figure. You also saw that 10 feet above you were a couple of galleries or hallways that were extending most of the length of this room, but you can't see where the stairs go up to them. And as you were taking a gander around, 3 tiny figures waddled up to you through the smoky haze. There was a straw doll with rusty pins sticking into its body, a faceless child molded from clay, and a stuffed monkey with the lower body of a unicycle. The straw doll had said to you, "You need to run away. The Sohn sisters will be back any moment now." And that is where we pick up. The main group is upstairs in the hallway. Winthrop, you are alone in this basement room. Let's pick up with Winthrop. Newly, thanks to Adventurers League, newly restocked and reclothed. You have these
Thank
three
you.
small figures in front of you. What would you like to do?
Can I do a quick perception check on the object in the gate?
Yes, give me a perception check.
Let me open my...
You, as you sort of squint and peer through this cage, catch a glimmer, a shock of bright red hair and a very familiar jawline and feature. And you see in the cage Beatrix.
But she's right behind me. Oh shit, has she been a doppelganger this whole time? Steph? Okay, now
I
this...
have not been a doppelganger this whole time. Do I see this?
No, you guys are upstairs in the hallway. Winthrop is just down in this large chamber that is filled with all this green smoke that is coming out. But yes, within this cage, you see Beatrix, and she looks up at you and just says, "Winthrop, honey, rescue me, help me, please."
Oh god, I'm kind of stunned. I'm not sure what to do. I
And
think that's gotta...
the dolls again say, "You better run away. The Sohn sisters are going to be back any moment." And the ape is sort of coughs and hacks and just some like foam sort of blasts out of its mouth. It can't actually speak, but it is trying clearly to warn you.
Okay, well... That's... okay, so I can be bold and retreat. They're already tracking us, right?
As far as you know.
Well, then I will save the disgusting toys as I retreat.
All right. You turn and race back up the stairs, hearing Beatrix's voice calling out for you desperately behind you.
Oh god.
So, at the top of the stairs,
And
Holland's
you-
just kind of talking with Beatrix. It's like, why do you think he ran down there?
And I'm gonna drop the toys on Hollis and start heading back down. I don't think I can't stand this. I don't like it.
Wait, what?
The trap is easier. Literally, running into a trap is easier than dealing with this existential crisis.
Don't you see Beatrix though as you come up the stairs?
Yeah, but now there's two.
He's having issues because now there are two versions of his wife.
Yeah, but I don't know which is which, so now I have to go down. It's easier to deal with a trap and make sure that one is fake than to go through the rest of Winthrop's life wondering if she's really a doppelganger.
Winthrop, can you
Wait, what?
talking for a second?
No, he went back down the stairs, guys. Like,
No, come back here.
I will stop at the top and explain what I saw.
Well,
Before-
I'm obviously right here. No, I am not a doppelganger, you idiot.
That's
Well,
her.
I mean, seems like a doppelganger would be nicer.
She's your wife, and you're being an idiot.
Okay, so that's 2 points for staying up here, but I can...
Just stay up here. Okay, so...
Wait, you'd forgive me if I shot you to check if you were you, right?
No!
I wasn't gonna shoot
Alright.
you, I was gonna shoot her.
Everybody
Then maybe-
downstairs. We have to kill a doppelganger.
No, we're not. What? Okay. We need to actually have a battle plan and think this through. These hags have been fucking with us this whole
We know nothing
time.
about the hags.
I brought the toys. You guys remember the toys are related to the hags, and I brought them up. I dumped them on you guys.
Okay, so we're gonna turn to the
you-
toys
you-
and start talking to them.
You would only have been able to grab one or two of the toys. So which ones did you grab?
Okay, so it's a straw doll, a clay
With
thing, and
pins
a
in it?
unicycle.
Yes.
Grab the unicycle and the clay thing and boot the straw doll up the stairs.
You need to kick the doll.
You
Not
kick-
kick, like that kind of cupped foot lift throw with your foot.
So
You do
scoot.
that, and as you kick it and it goes flying up the stairs, you hear as it lands on the stairs and bounces down, you hear it just sort of screech, and then it goes silent and the body goes limp and it rolls back down to your feet. And you
Oh,
Kill
see
it.
the monkey and the clay face in your hand just start to struggle as they watch you destroy this little straw bundle.
Why did you have to do that?
I thought it was straw and it would bounce and it would be okay.
The straw doesn't bounce!
Oh my god. We don't need to fall apart at this stage. Get upstairs, Winthrop. Get behind the rest of us. We're going down. We're killing everything that moves. Sounds good?
Can we mend
Give
the
me-
doll?
Give me an athletics check as these two dolls are struggling to escape from you when
With good reason.
With very good reason.
I'm
The
going to
poor
try
straw
and get Hollis
dolly.
to fix it with his tinkerer's tools.
They're probably thinking they were safer down there.
They probably were.
They know they were safer down there.
I feel really bad for little straw
my
dolly
God.
now. Like,
Yeah, me
I
too.
didn't want to kill it. I thought I was just
I
booting it
know.
up the stairs.
Why would
I'm
you
gonna-
think that was a good idea? It's made out of straw.
Yeah. Kids'
gonna
dolls fall down all the time.
I'm going to lean down and I'm going to cast Mending.
all right, yeah, they are both sort of struggling, but you have them in your hands. You cast mending, has no effect, unfortunately.
Okay, I'd like to point out it's Winthrop's fault. He should bear any burden that comes out of this.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Right. Okay, so what if we learned about panicking?
It's a good
Grab
thing.
the unicycle.
Winthrop does it all the time.
Obviously,
Okay,
not
Winthrop-
much.
In the back, you could do less damage that way. Big
Well, I
people,
gotta-
walk down the stairs. I will follow you behind. Let's go and kill everything that moves in this room. Sounds good?
Well, apparently a copy of me is in this room, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some paint or something, and I'm going to put a red X on my forehead.
Well, shouldn't we all do that in case it changes when we get down
good,
there?
Good idea. Red X's on our foreheads, y'all.
Hold off on the red X's on the foreheads for a second. What do I know about Beatrix that, in the month and a half we've been traveling through this jungle and through this tomb, what do I know about Beatrix that, like, anyone wouldn't know?
She's been a hag since the encounter.
Okay,
Right.
you could
Okay.
quite literally ask, what did we have for breakfast this morning? And the answer is not going to surprise you because it's been good berries.
Right.
Hardtack.
I'm not going to ask that question right now. I'm going to say, let's just go and we'll figure this out. Sounds good?
Should we maybe just, like... There's no other way for us to go, is there?
Well, what do I do with these two? And now I'll, at this point, hold up two squirming sacks because I don't know what to do with them. I'm not good with children.
All right, I will grab them and be like, look, I'm sorry. My husband's an idiot. Is there anything you can tell us about these hags and how to defeat them so we can free you from whatever horrible torment?
Or she'll give you back to me.
And the little no-face doll points to its face that it doesn't have a mouth and sort of, raises its arms in the air like, what? And the monkey, again, just kind of... but all that comes out is a little bit of fluff and straw as it tries to speak.
Oh, great.
Did
Did you kill the only one with a
That
voice?
talks.
Good
unless
work.
somebody knows sign language, we're stuck here.
Oh, thieves can't. I try thieves can't. You never know. Do they understand?
That doll's throwing gang signs. Get it?
I'll try Druidic.
Give me a persuasion check as a group.
As a group? Okay.
Yes, a group persuasion check.
-1,
We're
guys.
gonna fail!
Do I have to
Persuasion.
roll or should I just step back?
You have to roll. Your roll has disadvantage.
Wow, my
Listen.
persuasion is amazing.
There's a
Good.
persuasive roll.
Christ, Hollis, you get a 16 on a 1?
Expertise.
Oh,
Plus
yeah.
15, baby. Same thing with performance. I told you I'm the best that ever was.
Oh yeah, because you have the thing that allows you to triple your bonus on it, don't you?
I've got a 20 charisma. I've got a +5 proficiency bonus. What am I getting the extra +5 from? I think
Well, 5 from your charisma, 5 from your proficiency, 5 from your expertise.
yeah, expertise.
Expertise, yeah, double set. Nice.
All right. With that, yeah, you just sort of calm them down, and you see the little Clayface one takes the edge of his finger and molds a little mouth, and you hear this little tiny voice just saying, "We can help if you promise to free us. Please don't kill us like you did Strawbundle, though."
That
Oh my
was not
God.
all of us, and that was an accident, right, Winthrop?
We're all giving you the evil eye right now.
And he's very, very sorry, isn't he?
Bob.
So yes, that's a
Want
yes.
to know what my intimidation roll is, Winthrop?
The Sown sisters are hags that made us from the souls out of children, and if you help us, we can maybe be free again.
Oh,
You will.
You will be free.
I gotta
promise that.
cry.
You had my help at saying they were hags. They have my ire for you saying that you are children.
Wait, sorry.
They're growing some sort of creature on the other side of the great green door.
The Great Green Door. Can you tell us about the Great Green Door?
It's locked with weird shaped keyholes, and you have to face the trials to open it.
Face the trials?
That's what we're here for.
There are trials that open. There are 3 of the keyholes that are locked in the great green door, and if you go up the stairs, these rooms have trials that will unlock the keyholes.
All right.
But
We'll see about these trials.
The sisters know you're coming because they've been torturing the looky-like in the cage down below.
The what?
The looky-like. Tell us about the looky-like.
That'd be your doppelganger.
They came back with some hair and skin and grew the looky-like in the cauldron, and then have been keeping it in the cage. And it knows everything about you guys, so they've been able to watch you and follow you.
That's not
Well-
disturbing at all.
That's not disturbing in the slightest, but we'll take care of the looky-like. So, why don't you guys?
How do we take care of a looky-like?
Oh, the same way we've been taking care of a lot of other things around here.
Ask it
why
if
don't
it's looks like multiple people or just like Beatrix.
Why don't you guys stick with Mr. Thorne over here?
Nice.
He knows exactly what to do.
And he answers first. He's like, "Well, they had a looky like that one," pointing over at Walker Bow, "but after a while they decided to eat it because they were hungry."
I can understand
Seriously, a thing made out of mostly hair.
So wait,
How's
we
it
could.
nutrition. Anyway,
Winthrop has what I would call a wild surmise on his face.
What is your wild surmise, sir?
I keep it to myself.
Do you now?
okay. I'm gonna make a quick Arcana check to see if I would I have heard of anything like would this be more of a device or a construct than anything else? Would my artificer's lore help me out with this?
With these little figurines.
No, with the looky-like, with what they're describing to me.
With the looky-like, I mean, you would figure that it's probably not a construct. Give me an Arcana check.
14.
Yeah, you figure it's probably something they did with magic, and they're, if it's able to watch you, it's some kind of scrying implement.
It's
That
a
explains the look.
living scrying implement,
That explains
which
the
means it's going to have the red X.
yeah. That explains the looky, but where's the light coming?
It sounded like her.
Scries your soul, which means it's going to know what we had for breakfast this morning. And
Hence
all
the
of your
red
secrets.
X.
So asking it something that only Beatrix could possibly know is going to fail. I hate this place. I
Yeah,
hate
me
this
too.
place, and as soon as we're done with it, I'm burning it to the ground.
And then we're gonna go back home away from this godforsaken island, and live out our lives.
We have
And the monkey, as you're doing this, is clapping its hands and just
They
and a
are
little bit more
coming.
stuffing pops out.
Oh, are
Do
you
you
okay?
understand that one?
I look over
It
the
nods
monkey.
its head.
Does it look damaged in any way? Or is it just like badly made?
Just badly made.
If I give it a quick mending, will that unbadly make it?
There's only one way to find.
Consent.
And I say, want me to try to fix that little dog? Or is that going to be bad?
It kind of wheels backwards and shakes its head a little bit.
Okay, all right. I'm available for repair jobs and patch jobs if you need.
We should probably take this little thing too. See if we can fix it.
Yeah. So I want you guys to go hang out with Mr. Thorne and Mr. Olo. They've got plenty of room in their packs for you, and Winthrop can pick up his mistakes.
It smells funny in Olo's pack.
Don't drink any liquids.
I've been spraying in my backpack, so.
Ew.
That's juice for adults. Just don't try that. You'll be
Andy.
fine.
Wow.
Andy's just been like advertising.
male
He's got
tabaxi
like
people.
Tabaxi Tinder the whole time we've been in the jungle.
You've
Mark your
been
territory.
saving that for like 30 sessions, haven't you?
Well, that's what I did
damn
to
it.
T-Rex.
Deepwalker Bo is going to raise her hand and just be like, I'll be hanging in the back. Perhaps maybe I should carry them?
There you go.
This
I
coming
did
from the
see-
tabaxi who likes to jump into traps voluntarily.
And monsters' mouths.
And acid.
Yeah, you'll be safe with Uncle Olo. Just come over here.
Yeah, Walker Bo's kind of deflates at all that. She's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, did we
Okay.
snap that Ivy ring?
Back any minute now.
Yeah, let's get
All
moving.
right. Let's hurry.
All right, what's your order going down the stairs?
Olo's in the back.
Hollis first, he's the talker.
Is there any need to check for traps?
Winthrop has already been up and down the stairs a couple of times.
All right, then. Yeah, I'll take somewhere in the middle.
Remember, red X's on our heads.
I would suggest Beatrix is probably more towards the front.
And I'm probably more towards. Like, I can totally run up.
I can't touch my icon.
That's not you. Look above you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
let's-
wondering why I was down there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Hollis was on top of mine.
Sorry. Oh, jeez.
Let's. Okay.
You can all get into the room anyway. It doesn't really matter. Where is Walker?
Before we go down there, this
Deepwalker Bow is out of the bounds. She's
Yeah,
above
she's up on
Olo.
top.
she's clipping. ID.
It's all part of that hidden rogue power set.
All right, so you guys
God
find
damn it, I'm
yourself.
muted. Sorry.
You guys find yourself in this vaulted hall, 20-foot high ceilings, 10 feet above you on either side. The walkways or hallways. This room, though, is filled with this green, cloudy smoke, so everything is very, very hazy. But again, you make out a bronze cauldron in the middle that the smoke is billowing out of. you see 3 rocking chairs which are empty, several workbenches heaped with haberdashery, a spinning wheel, and then this rusty iron cage that you now see has Beatrix pressed up against the bars. And she is just saying, Che, get me out of here, please. Walker, Olaf, somebody help me.
Hello?
Pipe down, lady.
I mean, we
And
could take her with
Why are
She
you
probably
asking
thinks-
that, husband?
She probably thinks she's Beatrix too.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know who I am. I don't know my name, but I know you. I know all of you.
Including this one right here, and I kind of lean on the very tall armored woman to my right.
Hello, me, looky loo me.
And she just says, I know you're me. I've just been able to see through your eyes, and the hags, they use me to see through you, but I don't know who I am.
Well, we're gonna try and undo whatever it is these hags have done to you. Do you?
And you can see as you get a little closer, the sort of ratty blanket that she did have wrapped around her sort of falls away, and you can see her legs are both sort of stumpy and deformed, so she's not a perfect clone.
Ew.
They're gonna make it dance like that Charlie Chaplin story?
No, I'm not gonna make it dance. Jesus. All right, Arcane folks, is there something we can do about this?
I could see if it's
Well,
dead.
Hollis said
We-
something
we could-
about limbs earlier.
We could put it out of its misery. I don't think it's actually going to,
Please,
be
please,
deadly
put
to
me-
us.
I have a bad
Please.
feeling about that.
Okay.
I can't help thinking that.
Hollis is going to look at this act that this thing is doing, and he's going to attempt to see through the bullshit and fail.
This, person in the cage looks terrified and scared, and by all accounts, appears to be Beatrix, except for the sort of deformities. And you can see there are sort of scars and burn marks across her neck and upper shoulders.
This is where you guys find out if you're Winthrop or not.
What does she want us to do? Because she's saying, please, like, please, freedom, please put me out of my
let
misery.
go. Please do what?
She's just get me out of here, please. Please help me.
I think she's just scared.
So
I lean back to Walker Bow and I say, can you pick locks with your mage hand?
I just kind of look at him like, seriously?
Wait,
Seriously.
We step
wait,
to
if
the
I do the
side,
tension rod,
let her
Yes,
go.
That
yes, I
just-
can pick locks with my mage hand.
Step to the side, let her go up the stairs.
All right, let's do that then.
she can't walk, I don't think.
We can take her up the stairs.
No, that's a bit too much, I think.
What do you mean?
We let her go on her way.
all of a
So,
sudden,
And
I'm
while
suddenly
everyone's
lost.
arguing about this, can I ritually cast Detect Magic?
Yes.
Oh, in this room.
And while he's doing that,
Everything.
Thorn would like to inflict a single hit point of damage onto the doppelganger.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm afraid that you're going to take 1 hit point of damage as well. With my claw. Thoop.
All right, yeah. You walk up and you claw her, and she reels back and just why? And
Sorry
you can
about
see
that.
she bleeds, but yeah, only she feels the
Okay.
sort of
I
pain.
just thought it'd be a good idea.
And as you get closer to her, you can see that yeah, she does have a fair number of sort of burns and scars across her body.
Yeah.
Wait, does it work the other way? I'll elbow Beatrix.
No, don't you dare. I catch his elbow in
Okay.
my fist, in
Has,
my hand.
has it been 10 minutes and 6 seconds?
Just about. It hasn't quite been 10 minutes. You guys have been down in here, but it's been a few minutes.
Okay.
So
well,
I'm going
once
to-
it is she a magical?
She is not. She does not radiate magic at all. She
Force
and
growth
as you guys
mode.
move through the room, you can see now At the far end, there is a 12-foot high, 10-foot wide door made of green stone. Its surface carved with grinning goblin skeletons. A belt of smooth stone spans the door at a height of about 4 feet, set with 5 gold symbols in a row: triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, and an octagon. Each symbol is engraved on a recessed circular seal.
Do the symbols, are they recessed?
They are. There are circles, and then it's kind of flush. And I mean, it's very clear that there appears to be something that needs to be moved or slid aside. And you've been told that the way to do that is to face the trials in the upstairs room.
Right.
So- Right, we have those skeleton skulls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about ready to say, do they look like the skeleton skulls?
Did we ever get the
They
hexagon?
do. Yes, you got all 5 of them.
Okay.
And you can see that the 2 of the symbols are open. The ones that are still closed are the trial of the square is still closed off. The pentagon is still closed off. And the octagon is closed. So you can see that the triangle and the hexagon have been opened or moved aside. They are sitting open.
What
And
does that mean?
You can see it means that I'm only making you guys do 3 of the 5 rooms.
Woo! All right.
Inspiration for
Lest we
Patrick.
lose our minds.
Hooray! Can I take the square skull and like just kind of poke it at the door?
You see that it does fit inside that lock, but it will not turn at this moment.
You can't do that
Well,
right
we
now.
have the keys, but we have to unlock the locks, I guess. Damn it! There's no shortcut. All right.
And while this is going on, of course, the figure in the cage is just like, "Why won't you let me out? Why
Oh
aren't
my
you
god, will you
helping?"
let her, guys, let her out! Just let her out
Okay,
and
fine.
go on her
I've-
merry way.
Been
Everyone
sitting
step
here
aside.
waiting for the word to send to let her go. Like,
Right.
this is why I got up on the landing. I have my bow drawn in case she tries anything. I'm just waiting for the word to mage hand and pick the lock.
Right. Everybody step aside. Walker bow.
All
If you'll
right.
do the honors.
I ready a produce flame behind my back. If she takes any hostile actions, it's going at her.
All right.
Let's keep the toys away from them as well.
Yeah, well, they're in the packs. Yeah, you manage to, quite easily. This is a large old padlock, but it opens and sort of falls away. And as that happens, she pushes open the door and hits the floor and sort of scoots across with her arms and sort of the legs and moves over to where the staircase is heading upstairs. And she just says, thank you all. I mean, thank you.
Head upstairs. You should find the stairs pretty easily. Don't try to leave yet. The door is sealed.
She says,
But if you can find your way out.
I'll wait for you in that cog room where it took you guys far longer than it should have to solve that puzzle to get in here. And then
All right,
she
maybe you
scurries up
stay
the.
here.
She knows. Damn it. Okay. Before anything else happens, this green fog. What do I know about it? What
You know
It's
that
not
it is-
magical.
about it?
It is not magical. It is just billowing out of this cauldron, and you get the sense that whatever it is not. It's not poisonous. It's not choking you, but it is coming from whatever is bubbling away in this cauldron.
Olo,
This is-
could you pull that cauldron off? Just kind of scoot one of the legs over. Don't tip it or anything. Just move it off the fire.
Well,
Actually, I was
why don't we ask one of the why don't we ask one of the dolls if the hags have any weaknesses?
And they both kind of shrug their shoulders and just, oh.
Do you know what type of hags they are?
They're night hags.
I was actually going to go for a sip
We
from the cauldron.
we knew that. What's in the cauldron?
All right, inside the cauldron, you can see there is this sort of greenish black brew. As you take a sip of it, your mind reels, and you are stunned. You guys just see Olo go kind of glassy-eyed and sort of waving back and forth, and you are stunned for 3 minutes.
Oh,
And how
geez.
probably high as a goddamn kite.
Why? Why?
This
Why
way.
would you drink that?
Yeah, don't drink anything in here. How many times? How many
Don't you
times?
put it in your mouth?
Your face.
Okay. Let's push it over to this. Come on. This way. Let's push him this way.
His tongue numb.
Oh God, everything's numb, including his brain. Let's go.
As long as he's comfortable.
We're pushing him this way towards the stairs.
All right, you guys can wait it out if you wish. After 3 minutes, his mind kind of clears and everything sort of comes back to you.
Okay. During the 3 minutes, I'm guessing that this is the spinning wheel, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to grab my quarterstaff and break everything in this room. I don't like them having stuff that they can use. I'm gonna trash this place.
Oh,
Awesome.
look at his tiny rage.
I will assist and just keep giving you the stink eye, Winthrop.
I'm
this
gonna lean
whole
on.
time.
I'm gonna lean on this banister and be vaguely amused at Hollis smashing shit.
And be a
I'm-
trick smash.
I'm going to alternate between casting guidance on myself once every minute, and no, I'm just going to be casting guidance on myself once every minute, expecting the hags to show up at any given second.
All right, yeah, you smash the spinning wheel, you smash the tables, you sort of rip the haberdashery up, and, after a couple of minutes, your rage kind of dissipates and everything in here has been sort of broken and smashed, and you realize everybody is just kind of staring at you wonderingly.
Oh, come on. I've trashed hotel rooms worse than this. Anyways, trials.
Yeah, anyway. Oh, and also, anyway, let's burn everything. Kill it
Later,
with
I don't want to fill
fire.
this with more smoke.
I mean, what about
And
this door
so-
Get
here?
that on the way out.
There's only the one door on the hallway that you're up by, Winthrop, and that is this one. The other two
Oh, the
are
north
the ones
one.
I got rid of. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then there are two doors
So-
on the other side where Chie, Hollis, and Walker are.
Oh, okay, there's one at the end here. All right, cool.
This one seems open as I push it open. Is it open?
Fuck's sake.
It does. It pushes open.
Wow, that was
Okay.
fast, Hollis.
Yes, that was.
Oh, hello.
What have we-
This is where I parked my
And
horse.
as you open this door, you get this incredible, delicious aroma of spiced meat that just wafts out and hits your nose.
Oh,
And at
Winthrop
the
out.
end of a 20-foot long corridor, a room opens up with red tapestries covering the wall. A feast is spread out on 3 tables, consisting of roast boar, squash stew, and a tray of iced cakes. Flagons of frothy beer complete the banquet at the far end of the room.
Those are all Winthrop's favorites.
You see a gaunt human male in a dusty black suit quietly arranging the items on the cake table, taking notice of your intrusion as you push the door open. Without a word, he steps back and gestures for you to come forward and sample the feast in front of you.
Oh, thank God, Jeeves.
Stop
oh, you
him.
would not know how long it's
Stop
been.
him.
It's been
I
terrible
fired
food.
an
I
arrow
stepped in
into his
front of-
butt.
I step in front of Winthrop, and I basically stare him down.
Guys,
You
Keep
mean
walking.
stare-
Nobody's fed me. in
would you like
2
me to
days.
check for poison?
Yes, please. Also, we should have destroyed that cauldron too. Like, emptied
All
all the
right.
contents.
All right, I am going to sample each and every one of these to check to see if they are poisoned.
Wait,
so
he
this-
gets to eat them?
Why are you eating?
Don't put things in your
you
mouth!
bite-
I'm gonna eat.
You eat the boar. It tastes absolutely delicious, and it actually makes you feel stronger as you eat it. And then as you step back and you take a portion of the stew, you feel this just sort of delicious broth and meat as it and squash as it courses through. And yeah, again, you just feel healthier and better than you have for a while. As soon as you eat the iced cake, you feel just energized and full of energy. And roll me 2d10, please.
There is no downside here. Unless the second person horribly dies.
Oh my god!
You
A
gain
4 and a 1?
5 temporary hit points. And as you drink the beer, you feel just a slight bit better about yourself. You feel just like you have a slight extra advantage. You just feel a strong, sort of strength of self-worth.
And at no point did anything taste off, taste like it was poisoned. I feel like I would normally have been poisoned if I wasn't immune to it.
That is correct. None of it seemed like it was poisoned in any way.
Okay,
It needs a bit more salt, but other than that, it's quite nice.
there is something wrong with the feast in the hag room. Do you not see that?
Yeah,
And
like
Winthrop, as soon as you walk in and look at this, Kubazan in your head is immediately urging you, try the wild boar. Try the boar.
Oh, boar. I like boar. Okay, after Chie, I'll grab a
Oh my god, I can't help these people. I snap my finger at the butler. You, what's your story now?
And he looks up at you, and you can see that he also does not have a mouth. And he
God damn it.
sort of, genuflects again and just offers the food up around you.
Oh, thank God, a servant that doesn't talk back. Do you need a job, sir?
Stop, Winthrop. What the hell? I give him a piece of chalk, and and I start asking him questions like, "Are you also enslaved by the hags? Are you like their butler or something?"
He nods and he writes Mr. Threadneedle on the wall.
Okay, that's it. Crossbow out.
Wait! Why are you
Hey.
being so aggressive? I
Mr.
think-
Mr. Threadneedle, the hags like to sew things, sewing, like stitching human skin and stuff. Our good friend out there. This is bad, and they're the Sewn sisters. We need to be out of here.
And
Pronto.
he just sort of writes on the wall, it is the name they gave me. I cannot help it.
Would you also like to be free of them?
We can offer you a job. The Daves would not be pleased. But that's fine. This is fantastic, boar.
He sort of nods and looks around at you questioningly.
Question for
And
you.
he just writes on the, he pulls part of the curtain aside again and just writes, job? Question mark?
What's behind the curtain?
You work for us in exchange for money, and you keep making this and these.
That boar, where did it come from?
He shrugs his shoulders.
Was it delivered? Did it teleport in?
And he just
Pull it
he
up.
nods his head.
Am I eating Hollis? Like, is this boar like the Hollis one, the other one that didn't survive, and that's going to be the weird switch at the end?
Stephanie, with your insight check, he appears to be genuine. It's
Okay.
hard to really tell, but he doesn't appear to be outright dishonest. He's willing to answer sort of all the questions, and is just kind of happily pointing to everything in front of you guys again.
I'd like to
Okay.
point out at no point was any of this food poisoned.
Oh, and it's fantastic, even if it was.
I just remember in fairy stories that you shouldn't eat anything some evil fae person gives you. It makes you their slave or some shit.
Yeah, but Mother always said, don't trust the harlot from the mainland. I mean,
Excuse me?
Okay. Hey, Mr. Sorry, what was his name? Mr. Threadneedle. Mr. Threadneedle. Why don't you be a friend, be a dear, and I know that there's something hidden in this room. I know that there is, and if you could just show me what that is, that would be fantastic.
Perhaps write it on the wall.
He looks around and just sort of eyes everything, and then you see him he just runs his hand along one of the tapestries.
Ah, excellent. That sounds lovely, and I am
if there's
going.
pie in there, I'm never leaving.
That's the point, isn't it? And I am going to look at the tapestries, and I'm going to determine, and I'm going to think back. Does this tapestry look like something that I might have read about in a magic book once? Perhaps it might remind me of a magic item of trapping of some sort.
Arcane Monthly?
Looking at them, you don't get that sort of sense. You can see that they are sort of pentagonal patchworks that have all been stitched together in this room. So you get the sense that this is probably the trial of the Pentagon.
Yeah, okay.
Give me a perception check as you sort of look more and more closely at these.
I absolutely will.
I will guidance.
Oh,
With a full mouth, you.
that's wrong.
Whoa! With a full mouth.
D54, 17. Oh, no, sorry. 16.
And with that, as you are looking at the one on the southwest wall, the one here in the corner, you see just something a little bit more. You see a small subliminal devil's face cleverly hidden in the design, much like your album covers.
At least we've seen it from the right perspective.
It's only when you listen to me backwards that you get the subliminal messages. So the smirk comes from the corner of my mouth, and I'm like, all right. And then I raise my crossbow and I shoot the devil's mouth.
You shoot the devil's mouth, and your bolt flies through as if the mouth wasn't even there, and you hear it just sort of ping, sort of ricochet off of something in the back, and then it falls down to the ground.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. What do you think?
We know reaching into it is safe because the arrow passed through.
It passed through, it ricocheted, and it didn't get disintegrated. So
everyone in.
No, not everybody in. Let's see what this thing is, and in fact, it might be something like a mirror of life trapping or something like that. By the way, this room is lit. Yeah.
Yes, this room is lit, and you can see. I mean, this sort of devil's mouth is fairly small. It's the kind of thing you'd be able to probably fit your hand through, but it's not a large piece. This is a very small section.
Okay.
Deepwater Bow.
Mage Handers,
would you be willing to use High on the Wind to scout for us?
You guys are breaking up.
Well, I know if you would scout through the spot that we can't see through because there's an illusion in the way.
Yes, the tapestries are hanging from iron bars hanging down the wall.
All right. So presumably there's an opening on the wall, right?
Yeah,
sure.
One went through. My arrow went through like it wasn't there, so there's an illusion in that.
Actually, why don't we send High on the Wind through?
Yeah,
that's what I suggested.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
I literally just finished asking if you would be willing to.
I heard if I would be willing to scout. I didn't hear High on the Wind. You're breaking up. Sorry.
All
Yeah,
right. So,
I sent
yeah,
High on the Wind through.
All right, High on the Wind sticks her head through, and you can see, as you sort of fade out and look through her eyes, what you see is just a small, tiny, like 2 foot by 2 foot chamber that seems to be like this tiny extra dimensional space. And sitting in there, you can see what appears to be a glass lever that is set in the back of this little space.
Glass lever. I relay this to the group and ask, do you want High on the Wind to try and pull the lever? Pull the lever!
Wait,
maybe we
before
should
you pull the
all be
lever.
out of the room.
Let me eat some more of this before the other shoe drops.
Well, you're already damned, so
I know, so let me finish. I'm going to grab a whole tankard, one of the plates of the cakes, and a haunch of boar, and begin slowly moving out.
I will thank Mr.
Oh, he's coming with us. He's working for us now.
Mr. Threadneedle.
Threadneedle, sorry.
Threadneedle's working for us. He's one of the Daves. He's Dave number 4.
So while they're doing that, I actually just thought, does my mage hand go through okay? Does it catch up with High on the Wind?
It does.
Okay, so my mage hand is in there, ready to pull the lever if we want to. I'm sorry, I can't not say it like that.
Oh no, that's fine. I every time tapestries is said now, I cannot not hear Harrison Ford say it in a really bad. The tapestries.
Can I bring Mr. Threadneedle as our new servant?
He gestures you, and he just says, "I will follow you out, but I must be here, until everyone has finished eating."
But I'm not finished eating, so he has to follow me.
I see. Thorn, that rod and
Yeah.
that door look like they were made for each other.
Well, I have Mage Hand too, if you want.
That sounds great. And it also sounds great that none of us should be in the room when that lever is pulled.
Including Mr. Thread Person.
Okay, I guess I'll go and stand outside.
Oh God!
Okay, good dinner. Let's go.
I back up as far as I can and still have my mage hand by the lever.
Okay.
So I don't know how far. Am I actually going to? I'm assuming I have to be in at least a corridor.
Yeah, you still have to be in the hallway. Is anybody else having anything to eat before they leave the room?
I'm not going to eat shit.
No, I'm abstaining.
Which gave hit points, Patrick? Was it the beer?
That was the iced cakes. So as you eat the little iced cake, roll me 2d10, please.
And get better than a 5.
8. Can I go back for more?
You can, but it doesn't stack. So you get 8 temporary hit points, and from the roast boar again, you feel stronger. And the frothy beer gives you just for Winthrop, it's barely negligible, but you definitely feel a little more confident and self-assured.
I could kick a doll 40 feet. Whoa, too soon.
So what did it do to
cake.
you? You get a benefit or nothing at all?
My strength's 32 high for it.
You will. I'll let you know what happens. I mean, you feel like you'd have advantage on any of the any kind of strength check or ability that you have to do with eating the roast boar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I kind of want to.
I mean, the frothy beer almost makes you feel inspired, like when Hollis would give you inspiration.
Ooh.
So wait, I just have to ask, why would hags leave this a lovely spread of food out for us and have it give us benefits?
Oh, there's gonna be a negative, but I feel so good. I am so full. I haven't had a meal like this since the Aarakocra village, and that was friggin' vegan.
Are you having any of this delicious frothy beer, Olo?
Oh, yes.
Oh, Olo, it's so good. Try the cakes.
I just drank from a cauldron. I need something to wash the taste of that out of my mouth.
Oh, come on, peer pressure, guys. This is so good. In for a penny, in for a pound.
I'm good.
Am I lingering back to flip a lever or something?
No, Deep
No,
Walker
I'm-
Bow was using her mage hand to pull the lever.
You just
All right.
tell me when, guys.
All right, so I just drank the frothy beer.
All right. Yep, you have your beer. So Beatrix, Hollis, and Thorn, as you step outside, you feel this absolutely crippling hunger as you guys
Nice.
exit the room, and just just incredible remorse. But yeah, this hunger absolutely it's debilitating on you guys from not eating.
Let me guess.
I grab a ration.
It is too late. Once you are outside, you are outside. As you pull the lever, Deep Walker Bow,
Hmm?
everybody who is outside, you hear this little rumbling sound, and you see on the large green door the pentagon slide aside and a keyhole appear behind it.
Oh, excellent.
Oh man, that was so good, that meal.
Progress.
Oh god, Olo, like the beer? Chie, oh, the boar.
I was expecting my maximum hit points to drop because of not eating, but maybe that didn't happen.
Nope, that did not happen. Deep Walker Bow, are you going to pick anything up as you can hear your teammates outside the room just sort of moaning in hunger?
Oh yeah, if I hear that, I'm like stuffing my face in my pockets, and yeah.
Bring me more boar!
So
Does
there's the
Ijin have any
boar, there's the
recommendations?
stew, the iced cakes, and the frothy beer. So the boar made Winthrop and Chie feel stronger. The squash stew made Chie feel a little healthier, and the iced cake made them feel a lot better right now. They just feel overall healthier, and the beer made Olo, Winthrop, and Chie all feel a little bit inspired.
You know what? I think I'll take the hit points. I'll have the cake.
All
What
right,
was
you
the-
eat one of the iced cakes and roll 2d10 for me, please.
What was the mechanical advantage of the stew?
The stew made Chie feel healthier and stronger, like he would have advantage on Constitution saving throws.
Okay. And
Extra
the
roughage and
boar is
100% against scurvy.
yeah, and the boar is advantage on strength saves or strength checks?
Strength checks. And so, Walker, you get 13 temporary hit points, and Chie, Olo, and Winthrop, you all have a D6 that you can use onto any D20 roll that you have made, and this lasts for the next 24 hours.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
So remember that you have a D6 basically inspiration die, but it is for any D20 roll.
And if
Oh,
I
okay.
drink this bottle, I turn into a woman.
I rather enjoyed the reverse trap there that we've all just gone through.
Oh, me too. The
Where
boar.
actually eating the trap food is the right answer, and walking away is not the right answer.
Yep.
What's my mechanical penalty for not eating?
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Wait, is that
And-
what we got for not eating?
Yes.
What? Wait,
All right.
wait, what?
That's what I was asking before, actually. All right.
Winthrop is just
Okay.
going to start tapping the side of his head and smiling. Can't
Oh, God.
can't outsmart the trap if the trap outsmarts you.
This fucking place. I grab a ration and I wolf it down.
Me too. Yeah, am I fine now?
Your hunger is not satiated in the least. In some ways, it seems to make you more hungry.
I eat
I
a
think
good
it must-
berry?
You can.
Well, technically, at the at the end of each day, I cast Good Berry. It lasts for 24 hours, so they should still be good. So I should still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should still have 3.
I will
Patrick-
eat a good berry. Does it help?
It does not.
Oh, jeez.
It leaves you feeling so. I mean, good berries at the best of times are unsatisfying, but this is extra unsatisfying, especially as you see that Winthrop is still just licking the tips of his fingers with these iced cakes.
Oh wait, I can add to that. Oh honey, oh, this is so good. Don't worry, I know you get hangry and you have a hard time controlling your anger when you're so hungry. But that was so good.
Nice.
Okay. Just so that I have the strength to punch Winthrop in, something close. I'm gonna. Okay, so this is clearly like a curse of some sort. Yeah.
Seems like it.
Okay. Knowing about curses, as I do, would I know that a greater restoration is the sort of thing that makes these curses go?
I would say you would suspect something like that. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of. Well, I need to find my token because I've been buried under other tokens. I'm gonna kind of like limp up. Thanks, Olo. I'm gonna limp over towards Beatrix, and I am going to sort of reach up, lay my hand on her shoulder, and cast Greater Restoration.
Oh, thank you.
And with that, the hunger does pass from you, Beatrix.
Yay! And I'm also not beholden to a goddamn hag that made a weird lumpy-legged version of me.
Punch your husband in the shoulder for me, please.
That would, yeah, I give Winthrop the death glare of wifeliness.
What? What'd I do? Oh god, this beer.
All right, so there are 2 doors on the other walkway across this room. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, but did we ever pull the lever or no?
Yes, you pulled the lever, and the pentagonal symbol on the green door slid aside, showing the keyhole behind it.
Well,
We
clearly
unlocked the
this is a
keyhole
country
we have
club.
the key for, correct?
Yeah, well, you have all 5 keys, but there are still 2 keyholes that are left locked.
We found the buffet. Let's find the massage tables. This is just a steam room.
Hollis, do you have another greater restoration? If we get into a battle, I'm not going to be much help.
I don't. I've got a level 6 and a level 7 slot,
Which
but
you might want to save for other stuff.
I might want to say I'm out of
Okay.
level 5.
Okay, I've given enough time for the party members to try and catch up and stop me, so I guess we open the door recklessly.
All right, you push open this door, and on this door, you can see that carved into it is the symbol of an octagon. And you stare into a room that has plaster walls that are all very smooth. The ceiling is 15 feet high, and resting atop a wooden lectern bolted to the floor is a leather-backed tome. Set into the wall behind the lectern are 8 human skeletons, arranged so that they appear to be falling and screaming.
Oh, well,
Okay.
we should
That's
take
a
that to
falling
the
trap.
museum. So is anyone coming up to take a look as well? Or is Winthrop going to start shaking Navi the lamp to mage hand the book out? Ian is all for other ideas. Winthrop is Winthrop.
Yeah, Hollis will follow through. As useless as he is right now, nobody else can sort of give me a greater restoration, I'm guessing.
Can't you greater restoration yourself?
I'm out of 5th level slots.
Isn't that a ritual? I guess not.
Nope.
Well, I'm out of 5th level slots as well, and I'm saving my 6th level slot for my 6th and 7th level slots for other things.
Yeah. That's why I did Beatrix, because Beatrix is the smashy one, and if we need to smash, I would rather you be the one to smash the most effectively.
Oh, trust me, I am full of rage.
Okay, so in this room, there's a lectern. There's a leather-bound tome on the lectern.
Yes, and the lectern you can see has been bolted to the floor. The walls are smooth plaster, and on the wall behind the lectern, you can see there are 8 skeletons which are attached to the wall, and they are arranged so they appear to be falling and screaming.
Okay. so I'm-
Guys, speaking from experience, because I know of this spell that I can use, there's a spell called Reverse Gravity, and that room looks like it reeks of it.
Yep. Sounds about like it. If I poke my head and I look up, can I see the ceiling?
Yes, the ceiling is plaster and it is 15 feet above you.
You want to try this, one of these barrels down here?
Seems like if you fall 15 feet, you're going through the plaster and into something. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
spikes. Probably, yeah. That's what I do.
And possibly the plaster walls are also designed to be falling through, so maybe the gravity goes sideways.
Well, if we think they're plaster, why don't we just hit it with something really, really hard?
We could throw one of these barrels or benches in and just let it float up and...
I'm just going to cast Produce Flame at it.
But then there's smoke down here.
Well, no, at the walls, right?
Yeah, no, at the ceiling.
Yeah, but that still fills the room with smoke, and we don't know if there's a ventilation shaft.
I could send a
Produce Flame does not ignite things.
Oh, okay.
So, yep, you've got this ball of flame in your hand. You fire it up at the ceiling. Roll your damage. Yeah, it hits the ceiling, and you can see cracks appear on the plaster, and the fire sort of spreads lightly across, and then diminishes and finally snuffs itself out. But you do see that there are spider webs of cracks against this plaster where you
Should I try again, guys?
Yeah,
I could try Eldritch Blast, which is force damage, if that matters.
I would like.
Well,
to
that
point
might
out
be
something
that might be better, since it will just hit hard and not char.
Yeah, and I would like to point out.
I'll give Thorn inspiration for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would like to point out that something that Olo posted in Roll20 chat. He is in fact
That should do it.
a man that can crawl on walls.
And plus, if gravity reverses, I'm slow fall. So yeah.
Yeah. So Thorn sends this blast of sort of gray-black energy that smashes into the ceiling, and these spiderweb cracks just crumble and fall away, and you can see a good section of the ceiling just falls and crashes down to the floor, and you see inset into the ceiling behind it is darkness. With your dark vision, you can see what appears to be a large fan blade of some sort inside the ceiling.
Nice.
How very
that's
secret
what I
him of them.
thought.
Figured there was some sort of reverse gravity trap.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, you're right. Congratulations. That's good. That's a good eye / good brain. Oh God, if I wasn't so hungry, fucking curse, I'd go in there and try to disarm everything mechanically.
Well,
I
we don't need to actually enter into the room.
Yeah, like why don't we just use?
We have Mage Hand. We have we have people who can effectively stick to walls. So why don't we try that?
I have fly too.
Oh shit!
I can fly upside down if the gravity reverses. Maybe.
So 1/3 of the group can literally defy gravity for just a few moments.
Oh hey, I have an idea. Just in case the reverse gravity does take effect and things don't work out the way that we expect them to, can you kind of sneak that immovable rod up into those fan blades? We've seen how well that works before.
Personally, no. However, Hollis, you have Mage Hand.
I do
Don't
not
you?
have Mage Hand.
It's
Oh,
Walker
Thorn,
Bow.
you have Mage Hand.
I do.
Here.
and-
Yeah, Thorn,
That's why
Thorn,
I'm
and
asking Thorn.
So, is the immovable rod something that requires two hands to pull apart?
You just need to push a button to lock it in place, and it defies gravity.
So this assumes my mage hand has an opposable thumb, and I guess we can assume that.
Oh, it's mage hand, not mage grasper. So
Or
Mage
paw.
Mage paw. That's good. So, okay, with mage hand, I can lift the thing.
All right, that happens.
Right.
You,
Okay.
Yeah, you lift with your mage hand this rod. You click the button. There's this little quick burst of arcane humming energy, and it is sitting up in the air.
I would like that back when we're done, though.
Let's try to remember.
Oh, obviously.
Now what? Mage hand to try to grab that tome?
Yeah, I mean, clearly we're not going to leave the object that has saved our lives on numerous occasions behind in these fan blades.
You really have gotten your money's worth out of that immovable rod.
Yeah, we have.
Oh boy, howdy! To the point where I'm almost ready to name it.
All right, what are you
Plank.
doing, Thorn? You're
Roddy.
sitting in the doorway.
Yeah.
First up.
So you said there's a tome that's anchored somehow to the floor, or is it just
No,
on
the
a
lectern.
something?
The lectern is bolted to the floor.
Yeah.
The tome
Yeah,
is
yeah.
resting atop the lectern, and then on the eastern wall behind the lectern are the skeletons that are shaped to look like they are falling and screaming.
All right. Well, I'm not going to worry about the skeletons. Shall I just take the mage hand and try lifting the tome, bring the tome back? Anyone have a better idea?
I see no reason why not to try. I mean, worst case scenario, it doesn't work, and we try something else.
Well, there's always a worser case scenario. The skeletons.
Well,
I assume,
as far as I know, none of us are in the room, so none of us will be injured because of it.
Rocket.
So, unless the room suddenly sucks everyone in, we're
Here we go. Okay.
in which
so-
case we know what the trap is. So we should prepare for it before it happens.
You think I should cast Fly on myself preemptively?
No, we just
All right.
get ready for
Okay.
for gravity to reverse, so we can know where
Okay.
something is to grab onto.
Okay. I'm going to take my mage hand, recently employed to plant the immovable rod, and lift
Actually,
the tome.
while he's putting it up there,
Okay.
I'm assuming this is a railing and it has posts that lead down. I'm going to start looping rope through it and wrapping it around us and lashing us to this railing.
All right.
Okay.
Yep, your mage hand, as that is happening, and Olo just is standing on the wall underneath you with his arms crossed. Your mage hand reaches into this room, grabs onto the book, but as you try and bring it towards you, it is held fast to the lectern. You can see the pages move, but it obviously looks like the covers have been either glued down or are being held down onto this lectern somehow.
So you want to tie the rope around me, and I can just go in and try to grab it?
Well, why don't we just try and open the book? Maybe it's in the book.
The book is already open. It's it is open with pages open on either side. As you were trying to sort of move it, you can see the pages kind of fluttered, so you can tell that the pages are free. It's just the outer covers of the book, as it is laying open, appear to be solidly attached or glued down somehow to the.
How many pages? Is it hundreds, tens, 5?
From this distance, it looks like there's fewer than 10 pages as you were, trying to pull it with your mage.
Let's tear each page out. We'll start with the table of contents.
Yeah.
And
That seems crude.
It is crude.
Or someone could tie a rope to me, and I could go in and grab it.
Well, we're already all lashed to the railing, so I could let loose a little more. Because how far away from the door is the lectern?
20 feet.
From the door, each one of those squares is 5 feet, so it is, it's about 16 or 17 feet away.
I've never actually looked into the room, so I didn't know that.
Yep.
So, we could just loop out rope and then
I'm worried that as
prepare.
soon as I walk in, I will float upwards and thus be unable to reach the book below me.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Thorn.
I've got the solution.
You have claws. Just cling to the floor.
Okay. If assuming it, Hollis, yes.
And I'm going to whip out the mandolin, and I'm going to sort of, try to concentrate through the hunger that I'm feeling right now. And I play a little tune, and I kind of lay my hand on Thorn's shoulder. And Thorn, you realize that you can kind of move through the air very easily.
With the
He
greatest
believes he can
You are,
fly.
in fact, flying, as the instrument of the bards has the fly spell.
Wasn't he going to use his claw? Oh, okay, that works also.
Okay.
Multiple backups.
Nice.
Okay, so whoever is holding on to Thorn's safety rope, I'm going to warn them to just watch out. Last time we pulled one of us to safety, I got yelled at.
Yeah. The other thing is, since I'm still cursed, what is it? I have disadvantage on ability check?
Attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're cursed. Shit. All
am
right.
I the best person to do this?
I'll go.
What
Well-
rolls do we have to make?
We don't know.
All
I
right,
mean,
I'll start tying up if nobody else wants to go.
Yeah, if that's the case, why don't we send Winthrop because he's
That's fine,
volunteering?
That's fine. And he's been itching to go anyways. All right.
Or
Yeah.
no, that wouldn't work too well. Turning into a spider means I'd lose my ability to actually manipulate things.
Whoever's going in gets a
All
fly spell.
All right. Let's defer to Winthrop.
All right, Winthrop, honey.
Oh, those are my favorite words, Thorn.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so I'm just checking here.
Okay, Winthrop, you got to fly like an eagle until you're free.
I am gonna fly like a peregrine. Falcon.
Fly like an eagle.
Oh wait,
let my
that's
spirit
what I was
carry
supposed
me.
to be stealth.
Carry you. Sorry.
Oh, it's the same damn roll anyway. Fuck.
All right. Yeah, you get your bearings. You float and fly into this room. You can move right into the lectern. You can see the fan blade above you doesn't move, doesn't start. You don't get the sense that any of the items on your body are trying to sort of float away or have any other gravitational effect other than sort of normal. Everything's pointing towards the floor still.
Can I take a extra loop of rope from whoever's? Nobody's holding on to me. Are you kidding me?
Oh no, we've looped rope around the banister and we're using it like a pulley system
But no one can
to
see if
winch
I'm
you
in
into
trouble.
the room.
Anyway,
Oh, I like that Hollis is the one holding Winthrop's rope.
I'm
Oh,
also
yes.
holding the rope. Ugh.
I was
Okay.
thinking of payback.
I got
so-
you, buddy.
oh Lord, no. Whatever. Okay, so can somebody pass me the immovable rod just in case?
It's already
The
up
rod
on
is up in the
ceiling.
ceiling,
Oh, we already
preventing
did
the
that.
ceiling
Sorry,
fan
sorry,
from
I was
working.
AFK. See? Okay, so I'm going to look at the book. I'm going to look at it all over. This is going to
Beatrix,
be the
get over here.
most Winthrop has looked at a book since school.
All right, you see this book, and you can sort of flip the pages back and forth. You can see it is currently open to like the center of it, but there are only 8 pages. And you see that it is written in a language. What languages does Winthrop speak?
Choltian, Draconic, Common, and Primate.
You do not recognize the language it is written in.
Primate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
what's
was a
up
little
with that?
bit we did at the beginning.
Sign language?
He can speak to monkeys. Okay, so it's nothing I can recognize. Are the alphabets anything I can recognize?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Oh, this will be good. Ha! I knew it. 8.
Nope.
All right, so it's like an A with a tail, followed by some sort of squid.
Okay, I have a question. At no point has anything happened to Winthrop before walking up and looking at this book.
Oh, I'm
Correct?
rifling through it.
Well,
and
he's
nothing's happened.
he's flying, so he's floating in, but no, nothing has happened.
Okay.
Do I see any like symbols in there? Any hexagons or sorry, it was octagon and square that we still had to do, right?
Yeah, this on this door was an octagon. So
Okay.
give me a perception check.
Myself?
Yes.
A perception check. Go.
You don't. I mean, all the walls in here look like they are smooth plaster, except for the skeletons that are attached to it. So you don't see any octagonal symbols, but you do recognize that there are 8 pages in this book.
Are there 8 skeletons?
There are 8 skeletons, but there are 4 lights.
Oh God! Good reference. That just creeped me out. You just made me kind of shiver a bit. That creeped me out. All right, so we are going to now look at the covers of the book. How are they attached? Is it like glue or is it bolted?
It appears to be glue.
And I will give it a little bit of pressure. Does it bend even a little, or it's like I can't even get fingernails under it?
You cannot even get fingernails under it.
All right, so the holy crowbar is out. So let's move on to the skeletons and take a good long gander at them. Is that investigate or perception?
Investigate.
Oh, Lord. O Kubazan, who art in my head, hallowed be thy rolls.
They appear to be proper human skeletons. You can see sort of nicks and cuts in the bones where they have, been killed by weaponry. They, are just sort of artfully arranged on the walls.
Okay, so Winthrop's going to turn around to the party and be like, okay, so I'm going to level. I didn't really pass archaeology, so what am I doing in here?
Try, I don't know, looking through the lectern, see if you can find something in there.
I would look in the lectern.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
Maybe there are notes or some speech or something.
Or actually, give me a perception check. Well, no, 15 is good enough with that. As you are looking up and down the lectern, on the far side of the lectern, facing the back wall, you see that there is a secret compartment in the back of it.
Oh. Well, itchy fingers, let's open it. I will check for traps before.
All right, give me an investigation check for trap.
Nice.
Looking over it, you don't see anything that looks like, any kind of trap. You don't. There's no keyholes. There's no, sort of poison darts. You don't actually notice any sort of mechanism to open the door.
I push it in.
That happens. Nothing.
Damn it, it's not one of those bathroom doors.
Slide it.
Yeah, slide, push, pull, Jimmy, shuffle, can't vibrate.
Has no effect. You get the sense that whatever is keeping this closed is potentially magic, or needs somebody with thieves' tools to properly open it.
Are any of the arms outstretched like a lever on the skeletons?
No. Good question, though. That'd be
that's
pretty
good.
slick.
Okay, I'm out of ideas. Should I start breaking things?
Wait, so there's 8 skeletons in the room.
And 8 pages. Can I actually tear the pages? Like if I do a little tiny little...
Why don't you just take the book and bring it out here so the
'Cause
smart
it's glued.
people can... It's glued? Well, then what did the pages say?
He can't read it.
Can I start describing the symbols?
Just, yes.
Meanwhile, those little dolls like, oh, they're coming!
You can start describing the symbols. Give me a performance check. And everybody else, give me. I would say
Wait a minute. Why don't we just here's a paper.
insight checks.
Here's a pen.
It's the montage. I do the montage from the community D&D episode.
I'd like to point out I have a +10 insight.
I would say, as you are describing it, both Deepwalker Bow and Hollis recognize that probably it sounds like infernal language.
Who's got infernal?
Don't think I do.
Nope.
Did anyone take a spyglass? Because I have a mirror.
A spyglass costs 500 gold, I think.
We didn't pick one up somewhere, did we? I seem to.
Nope.
We might. Oh, okay. That
I
was
thought
one
we did.
workaround. Come on, I was trying. Make a periscope.
Actually, yeah, you guys might have.
I think it might have been on Baka, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, that could be. So yeah, you have figured out the pages of this book are written in Infernal. There is a secret compartment on the back wall of the lectern. Let's take a quick 5-minute break, and you guys can figure out what you want to do.
Okay.
Hooray! I'll be right back.
Yep, same.
And this is why I cut the rooms from 5 to 3.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Patrick, if I'm standing on a wall or on a ceiling, and if I get knocked out, do I automatically fall, or do I stay there?
Well, you stay there because you're effectively sticking to the wall.
I mean, I'm sticking to the wall, but am I sticking to the wall because I'm trying to phrase this right, because of the slippers, or is my body spider-like?
I get what you're saying is because you would mentally sort of turn the slippers on to sort of walk on the walls, as opposed to, otherwise, I mean, yeah, you'd be sort of sticking in place on the floor. But no, I think if you got knocked out, more than likely the magic item would stop working, and
Then
you
I'd
probably fall. But I'd be willing. I mean, I'll have to look that up. I'd be willing to give the benefit of the doubt, depending on the situation.
Because I was
It depends on what's funnier, really.
honestly. I mean, like for example, like if I was standing right above high on the wind, right, and Walkerbow delivers the killing shot, and I get knocked out, and then I fall on high on the wind. So it is funny, but again, how would the mechanics work in that situation? I was trying to figure that out.
Well,
Yeah,
I'd like to point out, we found that door, right? We have Deepwalker. We have Deepwalker Bow, who can use her mage hand to use for thieves' tools. Why don't we just use that?
That's what I was thinking. I was just waiting for, people to be like, oh yeah, she's already done this once before.
I mean,
Let's get her to do it again.
I literally have slippers, and I'm not falling up or down, so I would be one of the ideal choices with,
But
crossing.
you don't know how to use thieves' tools.
I did. That is true. That we just found out recently. So, I am a poor choice for that situation. No,
What do you mean we just found that out recently? We've known that the entire campaign.
No. I was trying to say that. Okay, before we came to this room, that there was no wait. I couldn't even walk across that room. I would be freaking electrified and toasted. So yeah, okay. I need to find a lot of situations so slippers would come in handy now.
Oh, that reminds me, Nabil. I need by the end of Sunday your 3 races and 3 classes for your retainers for my game.
3 races. Oh yeah, that was my fault. I was supposed to give that to you yesterday.
You're not the only character, or you're not the only person who hasn't done that, so it's not too bad. But I have been making them for everyone, and so far,
I hope you get worse.
decently balanced.
I hope you get worse than mine.
Honestly,
Yeah, he
I'm
has
just
he has the most average character. I got like 4 11s and then a 7 and an 8, I think.
Didn't someone get
Or
3?
7 and a
He's
9.
average, but he has a learning disability.
Okay, so considering the puzzles that we've experienced and or failed at here, Winthrop is flying for the next 10 minutes, by the way. Until I drop the spell, which I'm not going to yet.
Do you have any other ideas I can try while I'm in here so we don't waste it? Like I could, if you pass me thieves'
My idea
tools,
is
I could...
Deepwalker Bow opens the door from outside of the room because she can do that with Mage Hand.
Oh, boom! I got it. Okay,
And then
so
if there's something in there that we need to grab, you're in there to grab it.
here's what we do. So this is a totally Winthrop idea. We're going to tie the rope really tight so it won't move onto the banister. Winthrop is going to move to the upper east side of the room in the middle and hold the rope tight. Deepwalker is going to crawl up the rope and hang down to unlock the door so she doesn't touch any of the walls, potentially setting off the trap.
She can use her Mage Hand from 30 feet away,
But it's
which means she could be out of the
She
room.
can't see it though, so how does she do it?
Oh. Well, you have a mirror.
But she's looking in a mirror. That's why I wanted the spyglass. So she could do it like she could zoom in.
She could send in her freaking familiar.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's true. I can just stand there and hold a familiar.
All right, is everybody back?
Steph's
Steph
still
is not.
upstairs.
All right, because I will say that plan will absolutely work. And
Oh, let me just hold on 1 second. We are broadcasting audio, but I will just turn it on to broadcasting video.
I thought you were going to say we are broadcasting audio, so the entire audience can listen to how brilliant my plan was.
we're kind of breaking the rules of coming up with a plan.
All right,
of
good to
spell.
go. Sorry.
all right, yeah, your plan, Winthrop, you are able to fly just above this lectern, holding the rope taut. Walker Bow, with her, with High on the Wind, is able to sort of float around in the air as well, and Walker is able to climb along the rope using her claws to grasp into the top of the lectern, and with her thieves' tools, which it's actually a pretty simple lock, she is able to pop this secret compartment open, and inside there is a brass lever. And as this happens, the blade up on top of the ceiling starts to try and turn and hits the immovable rod and is, of course, jammed. And you can hear sort of whine and a little bit of smoke start to smell. But you can also see that the gravity has reversed in the room. So everything that is, sort of attached to you is now trying to float upwards as well. But you guys are all grounded on the ground. Walker, are you going to pull this lever too?
Please do. You have the honors.
If
Man,
you
Winthrop's 2 for 2.
You
If you're
pull the
speaking
lever.
unmuted.
Olo and everybody else who's outside hears the little as the octagonal symbol on the large green door slides open. And with that, I will say with Winthrop's help, you are able to fly and carry Walker Bow out of the room without any penalties, as even if she floats upwards, there are no blades that are spinning. You guys
And then
solved
someone
the
Mage
octagonal
Hands
room.
my rod, because we are keeping that freaking rod. That rod is the 8th member of our party right now, guys.
Winthrop will
Yep.
make sure he's braced so he doesn't float towards the blade. He'll grab it and we'll go. And then
All
he
right.
will land and he will look all fucking cocky.
Actually, if anything, I think it should be a dual Mage Hand option. One is holding it and pulling it towards us, and the other one is pressing the button to disengage it, so that it will be pulled away from the blades as they try and re-engage, and pulled towards us.
Oh, hold on. Let me wake up the ghost.
It
We
works
have
with
three
the
people
dual,
who
with
can
the
cast
dual
it.
mage hands. Yep, you guys are able to easily do that. And with that, you have solved the trial of the octagonal room, leaving just one doorway at the end of this hallway.
Excellent.
Oh, I got
Just
this.
one, okay, I see.
You are in the lead here.
I see 2 doors on the top ends of each of these, and then
Yeah,
I
no,
see
there's
one
only
on
left.
the. Okay,
Just
cool.
this one. Yeah, the other, there's only one on the far side, and that was the room with the food. So it is this door right here that you guys have.
Winthrop riding high on that. If no one if you guys can stop me, I'm willing to do the role playing bit.
I'm gonna say, can you please just let someone who's not having under a starving curse back you up when you do this? Can you please just do that?
Okay.
Hello?
Come on, you have to admit, I'm 2 for 2.
I guess so. I guess so.
So you missed the resolution of that,
Lauren told me.
Stephanie.
Lord Torn told me.
And Winthrop is as insufferable as ever. Beatrix, go back him up on this.
I will
she's starving
guidance
too.
Winthrop just in case.
No, I'm not.
No, Beatrix has been. She was restored by Hollis. So you see
okay.
on this, carved onto this door, is a square.
I'm gonna whisper back to Beatrice. It's a square. What does that mean?
Fuck if I know. Hollis, it's a square. What does that mean?
I push
Yeah,
open
it's
the
gonna
door.
unlock that square. Oh, God, fine.
All right, you see
squares
this room.
mean it's equal sides.
You see this room is filled with flying sheets of parchment, and they all have writing on them as they sort of flutter by. And you see bolted on the far wall is a metal plate that has a ghostly lever attached to it.
Am I safe from the papers if I stand here?
They're just flying and fluttering and moving all through this room, almost like a whirlwind. You don't get the
I know
sense that
about paper
there's
cuts.
any sort of this is parchment.
Oh, so soft. Get it? We're out of toilet paper.
Parchment cuts.
I don't think that would feel good on your bum.
Yeah, I don't think so
You get the
either.
sense that you'd
You
be
want
able
jungle
to
leaves?
just reach up and grab any one of these pages as it floats by, like you're in one of those money wind turbine things.
Well, screw it. Do so. Let's be
All
reckless. It's worked. It's working so far tonight.
All right, roll me a d6, please. You grab one of these pieces of paper, and it looks like it has arcane writing on it. There are some words and symbols. It looks like something from a spell book.
I'll pass it back. Like, psst, pass it back.
There's no one standing behind you.
Yeah, clearly. I'm not even
Well,
looking
I
at
guess-
you guys and waving this piece of paper.
I guess one of us would be able to grab it.
Fine. I'll walk up. I'll grab the piece of paper and I'll walk up.
All
I'll
right.
assist.
Well, as you grab the piece of paper and look down, Hollis, you would recognize that this appears to be a haste spell.
Okay. This appears to be a haste spell. From not a scroll, I'm assuming. Like this is
That is
a
correct.
spell from a spell book. Okay.
Can it be written into a spell book?
If you had a wizard,
Oh, mother.
Is it considered pages from a spell book containing the spell, and thus a wizard could copy from it?
yes.
Or could we collate all of them into a spell book at the end of this?
Yep, they are considered pages from a spell book, so they would certainly be copyable.
I grab them all. We could probably, trade them to our wizard friend should he show up again.
I can
Museum
use any enchantment or illusion ones.
And as AL rules dictate, we get to keep those.
Exactly.
So Winthrop will snap out dramatically a museum sack and try and net a bunch of the pages.
All right, you manage to grab a couple more in this sack, and then as soon as that happens, the rest of them just crumple into dust and fall away into the floor, and then start sort of sweeping up and moving into each other, where they coalesce and form what appears to be a small creature. And I'd like you to roll initiative, please, Winthrop and Beatrix. And everybody else outside.
Oh,
Let me put the
jeez.
tracker up.
Ah, jeez.
Nice.
I'd like to point out, Ian, technically you are guidanced, so you could add your D4 to that.
I think we're good. Only Nanny Hollis is
Oh.
first.
And remember, everybody who is cursed with hunger, your ability checks, which this is one of them, you have disadvantage.
Okay, never mind. I'm not first. Now, little Winthrop. You shouldn't stay up too late reading.
Love it.
All right. And as this happens, you see there are 4 of these creatures just in the room. You see the one main one, and then sprouting out of it come 3 other sort of ones. So there are 4 of these little dust creatures that are moving around.
What pages did he get, by the way?
They're in his sack.
Oh.
And so it is going to move forward. And first of all, it is going to release a cone of blinding breath that will get both Winthrop and Beatrix. Hollis, you are just far enough away that this is not going to hit you.
I can't even see anything. I don't think I have line of sight at all.
Oh, it's really epic. You guys are missing a lot right now.
Yeah, no, you are just outside enough. Oh, actually, no, 15 feet.
Seriously though, I don't
Yeah,
see
Hollis.
I don't see anything in this room.
There's some
Like,
sort
I
of
got-
city in a waterfall, and it's in the distance,
Yeah.
and it's just gorgeous.
Like I see it there, but if I'm here, I don't see it at all.
Nope, but this blast of dust comes flying out of the room. So I need the 3 of you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm good at those.
Nice.
Annoyance.
All right, so both
Bah.
Stephanie and Hollis, you are blinded as
What?
this dust comes floating and flying past you into the air, and then you hear what sounds like the word spindle dash. And I need Winthrop and Beatrix to roll me just a straight D20, please.
Could you say that again?
Spindle dash.
Oh, Lord.
So with Chris's comment there, I'm assuming dynamic lighting is enabled and nobody else can see the whole map like I can.
Nope.
Correct.
Okay then.
How can you see the whole map?
Oh,
I don't know. This happened last night too.
There's
Like
some sort of glitch on Twitch. ZLT was telling me about it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's white male privilege.
Oh man! With this, with the rolls you guys have rolled, however, you hear this little oh shit, and this dust creature explodes.
Whoops.
In just a burst of dust. As whoever rolls the lowest on a d20 takes the damage, including the creature.
Oh man, that's nice.
Winthrop, master of the tomb. Winthrop. Are you writing this down, Hollis? Come on.
Yep.
So after a minute,
I'll
you
get
guys
right
can
on
rub
it.
your eyes, and Hollis and Beatrix, you guys can see again. Winthrop, you see on the wall across this room, there is still this metal plate with this ghostly sort of lever in it.
Oh, damn, I completely forgot what the lyrics were now. Sorry, I was rubbing the dust out of my eyes. I couldn't write it down. By the way,
Well-
Patrick, you said it was disadvantage on
So
ability
there I'm
checks.
Attack rolls
but
and
not-
ability checks, not saving throws.
Yeah, but-
Which means
Oh,
his
that's right.
his
Yeah,
22.
your save was fine. Right. Yeah, your save was. You
Yeah.
weren't blinded. It was just Beatrix.
Oh God, the dust is in my eyes. I can't possibly see enough to write down those lyrics that you're saying, asshole.
And so as you get closer, you see this lever appears to be made out of bone, but seems completely insubstantial as you get close.
I will touch the bone on the wall.
Your hand goes right through it.
Phantom bone.
Try wrapping your hand in one of those pages.
Yeah, I'll pull one out of the sack and try that.
You do so, and your hand still passes through it.
Magic weapon.
Passes through it.
We try mage hand.
Mage hand? Yeah.
And
Mage hand it. Yep, I'm gonna wake up Navi. I'll pull out the lamp and give it a shake.
give it a gentle tap. Damn it!
Be nice to her. She's a princess.
Nope, your mage hand passes right through it.
Oh, sorry, false alarm. We don't get paid for this.
Dude, if that fairy ever gets out of that lantern, she's gonna murder you in your sleep. If your
It's
wife
a-
Oh,
doesn't,
there's a way to dispel the spirit from it. I
If-
forget what it is.
if your wife doesn't do it first, like seriously.
Do we want to try detect magic on the thing?
Well, it's obviously magical. So
Yeah, but we can figure out what school of magic, and that way figure out what's going on.
Well-
I'm gonna see if High on the Wind can grab at it.
by the way,
High
what
on the
page-
Wind cannot. High on the Wind flies through and appears to try and sort of land on top of it, but just passes right through.
Is it an illusion?
Possibly.
Give me an Arcana or give me an
Insight?
Arcana check. You don't get the sense that this is magic.
There's something funky going on here, guys. Hollis, what do you think? Chie, what do you think?
Well, wait. You said there was a plaque on the wall?
A metal plate, and then it has this bone lever that is sort of sticking out of it. But the bone lever itself seems completely insubstantial. It's like you're seeing a hazy, shimmering version of it.
Which wall was it on?
The back wall right in front.
There's no opposite wall I could go and see if there was a real lever there.
Nope. The opposite wall is the hallway entrance. That solution is to another room that we're not doing.
Aha.
What? No!
Yeah. Someone give me an investigation check if you want to sort of look more closely.
I will guidance whoever is going to do that. Specifically, someone who has
Anyone
a
got
really good
higher than a
bonus
+7?
I'm in the room, so
I'm
I'm gonna roll
guessing
anyway.
not.
I'm gonna take my beer. Can I use my beer?
I'm at plus what? Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I'm
Deep
at
Walker Bow.
disadvantage.
Winthrop is sort of, sucking on his beer and the foam and giving you ideas. But
No, I
as you
thought the
get
beer
closer
gives
and
me-
investigate,
thought it
you
gave
want to
me
use your, you could, so roll a d6. All right, so that is a 17, and you've used up your frothy beer. And as you are looking, you get the sense that this is probably in the ethereal plane as you're looking. And Walker, as you are investigating and looking around, you notice just the minutest bit of chalk outline left on the wall.
I relay this to everyone else.
Beatrix had chalk earlier. Did we get it back from that guy that we hired?
Sure.
Anyone have a way to get to the ethereal plane?
I don't. And you
Give
said
me till level 19, I could.
you said there's a
we
shop
could buy a oil of etherealness or something.
between
No
next
one
week.
has it unlocked.
I think you guys have a vial of oil of etherealness, or have you guys already used it?
I'm
sounds
pretty sure we
familiar.
do. Yeah,
I'm going
I'm
to
looking
check
at it. We do. And you know for a fact everyone in this chat, including Patrick, probably because he's looking at the book. Well, I say probably, but it's a fact. There's something horrible waiting for us on the ethereal plane in this room. There always is.
Give
There
me the
always
oil.
is.
Come on.
All
Let's
right.
not oil up Winthrop.
I'll
Grease
do
me up,
it.
woman.
I'll do it. And first of all, only I get to do that. Kick.
Can you choose to come back from the ethereal plane under oil of ethereal?
I don't think so.
Yeah, what is the rules for that? Let's look at the rules first. Let's look at the warning label on the side of the bottle.
Winthrop wouldn't stop for rules. Let's jump through. You guys can
Oil
look it up and
of
we'll see when I get there.
etherealness. Beads of the clouded gray oil form on the outside of the container and quickly evaporate. The oil can cover a medium or small creature along with the equipment it is wearing and carrying. One additional vial is required for each size category above medium. Applying the oil takes 10 minutes. The affected creature then gains the effect of etherealness spell for 1. Ethereal spell says you step into
Level 7
regions of the
spells.
ethereal plane, blah, 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 blah. Has no effect if you cast it. When the spell ends, you immediately return to the plane you originated from and the spot you currently occupy. So yeah, for an hour, you're stuck in the ethereal plane, it looks like.
All right, who's rubbing
Shit.
my back? Hollis?
Who knows anything about night hags?
They've used
know
the
that they
ethereal
attack
plane
us
on
through
us
the
to
ethereal
get
plane.
to us when we sleep.
This
So
is
we know that already?
This chalk outline that I see on the wall, where is it approximately?
The outline, it seems to just be at the very edge of the metal plate.
Okay, so there's the chalk outline on the edge of the metal plate. I kind of feel around that area.
All right, as you feel, I mean, the wall behind it is solid stone, and the chalk, as you're sort of feeling it, just comes off on your fingers.
Okay, I pull out a piece of chalk and
I have an
I-
idea. I'm just double checking something here.
well, I pull out a piece of chalk and I retrace that line.
Can we
All
just
right,
put
you
the
retrace
oil
it.
on the lever?
You
that bring
retrace
it
the
out?
line, and as you draw, are you doing like a full outline, or because there was just a small smudge of chalk left on the wall?
I'll do a full outline.
All right, as you do so, the bone lever shimmers and becomes completely substantial.
Like we're gonna go to the ethereal plane. I'm not falling for that. Pull.
Well, I was just going to cast a spell of magic.
Yeah,
I still
you
defeated the
pull-
monster.
You pull this lever, Hollis, and anybody who is outside of this room hears the lovely little sound, and the square area on the wall has opened. All 5 keyholes are open.
Yeah.
Hooray! Also, the paper monster seems to have killed itself.
You
rather
weren't in
than
the
me
room.
killing it.
All
was
right,
close enough to get
sidekicks.
done.
All right, sidekicks, let's go.
And you can see as you pulled out these sheets to try and wrap around the insubstantial handle, the other spells
Yes.
were Magic Missile and Ice Storm.
Ice Storm is good.
Ooh, are they still available as scrolls?
No, they're
No,
not
they're just-
scrolls. They're pages from a spell book.
This is my
It's
toilet
like a
paper
little
sack,
Kirby
thank you.
3-page spellbook.
That one is cooling.
Oh no, it's a 4-page spell book.
All right, so with that, you guys find yourselves back in this large main room. You can see that the areas of the door that were once closed off, covering these keyholes, are now, all 5 of the symbols are open.
Awesome. And the great green door, you said that it also had like leering goblin faces on it and stuff.
It sure does.
Okay, because I'm trying to determine, just based on like the like the shapes or like the designs on this thing.
Oh, there we
Skeletal
go.
goblin more than anything else. Yep, that's creepy. That's very creepy. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. All right, well, pop out a skull and get cracking on them locks.
I have a theory that Winthrop is going to get his comeuppance from this door.
I have a theory that you're going to get your comeuppance from the food.
I'm gonna say we use Mage Hand to put our things into the door.
This is a given. By the way, the smoke's still billowing out of this cauldron, right?
It sure is.
I look around. Is there like a drain in the floor we could dump this thing in?
There is no drain on the floor. As you look around all of the smashed goods, there is a cauldron lid that you have flung halfway across the room, and I think it's embedded slightly in the stone wall.
Hollis, how did you do that?
Style.
Cocaine.
I'm going with the
Rage.
second one.
Yeah, I listen. Only on weekends. I sort
Wait,
of
you've been
weekly-
holding this whole time.
We're not talking about that. I weekly yank at the cauldron lid, try to get it out of the wall.
I'll do it.
Yep, it comes, says this booming voice over your shoulder, and Beatrix easily just pulls it out of the wall.
Listen, I'm cursed, okay? Also, I have a strength of 10.
Nobody is. No, we all have our rules. You're more flexible than me. I'm stronger, and I beat things with my sword.
As the aristocracy says, Hollis, know your role.
All right, with that, so Olo, you are standing on the side of the wall in dodge mode. Chie, you cast Shillelagh. Who's going to use their mage hand?
I've got
use one of the
Shillelagh
keys?
in the staff, and I've got a ball of flame ready to chuck at something in the other hand.
I'll do it. I'll do the mage hand.
All right, which skeleton key do you want to use first?
Should we check that door there, or oh wait, that's too.
The other two doors don't exist.
Don't
They're
Yeah,
not
Patrick
there.
removed the other doors. They do not exist.
But apparently I solved one, so that counts. I'm 4 for 3.
So Patrick, you cut it out there. I'm assuming you asked which one I start with.
Yes, which skeleton key do you want to start with?
Let's just go down the line from the triangle, square, and then the other shapes that I can't name right now because I was slept in a week.
All right. So the first one, you use your mage hand and, insert it into the wall, and it clicks in, and you are able to turn it with your mage hand, and you hear this large chunk come from inside the wall. Second one is the square. Your mage hand is, picks up the key, moves it again into place, and as that happens, the three of you hear these sort of cackling voices, and coming out of what appears to be just this stepping straight out of the green fog, you see three haggard creatures. You see one of them has tarnished gold coins covering her eyes, and ants running out of her ear and running across sort of her face and in through her mouth and nose. You see a second one of these ladies has a string of chattering children's teeth and has a large peg leg that she is thumping around on. The third one, and this one steps out right near this great green wall, you see has a squirming leather sack sewn over their head, and it's sort of bulging and jumping out in weird and strange places. And you hear one of them just sort of say, "Oh, now, my dearies, it's a little too early for you to all be leaving us, I think." And, and with that,
they appeared right next to me?
one of them stepped out right. Yeah, they step out just seemingly out of nowhere into this fog. And the
I thought
one
we capped the cauldron.
you did, but I can't actually get rid of this green fog.
Oh,
And
okay.
it
good.
takes a while to dissipate.
The
So
one
it's
next to
still
me
there,
gets
it's just
this.
not spewing first.
No hi, no hello, just burn.
And the third one, I will have, so that goes off, and let me clear the tracker, and we can roll some initiatives. As the one by the wall actually grabs the skeleton key from your mage hand.
God.
Can I try
Oh,
and intercept it?
yes. Boom goes dynamite.
Dexterity saving throw. Grab it out of her hand.
On your turn.
Oh, we're just gonna have to kill these hags.
Remember, you get.
I think that's the
+5
only
saving
time you
throw.
can say that comment and have it not be a derogatory term.
Pretty much, I guess.
What if their last name is Hags?
Or haggis.
No, haggis is a Scottish dish.
Yeah, but you're shortening it. So you're like, hey, those hags gotta go.
And people have the last name Bacon.
And sandwich.
Those are
Yeah.
all terrible, terrible rolls. But don't forget, everybody who is poisoned, you have your disadvantage on your initiative.
I have already factored that in. That's why I'm going at a 5.
I managed to eat, so I'm not. Which means I managed to get natural 20. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm super jelly of that 31.
Deepwalker bow with a. What? 31?
She is the
We
feline
go through this
roadrunner.
every time. I have a dexterity modifier of +6, and I have the alert bonus.
Oh, okay,
Dexy,
never
and
mind
she
then. Yeah,
knows
no,
it.
that makes sense.
We've covered this.
No, I have someone in my party in the game I run tomorrow night who regularly for initiative rolls, she rolls, 18 or better, which means she's a 29 plus for initiative usually.
Tara, start taking deep or Gloomstalker. You'll get your wisdom save as well. Or your wisdom score.
All right. And as the hags rolled a 25 on their stealth as they appeared, you guys are currently surprised by them. But the only thing.
Oh, come on. We knew they were coming.
They still stepped out of the ethereal plane. You were prepared, so your held action goes off, but they are going to get their actions before everybody else gets to do anything else. So the first thing, as I said, she grabs and yanks at the key, and she is going to be. Yeah, she is. Let's see.
No. Deepwalker Bow has the alert feat. She cannot be surprised.
She cannot be surprised. Very nice.
So she gets to
this
go
will be
before
a
they
good-
do.
Yeah, so Deepwalker Bow, you are going to have your turn. So first things first, let's see, that is enough to hit with your produce flame. So she manages to get hit, and these flames spark off of her. And I think with that is where we are going to end it for the night, because we have hit our time limit.
Cliffhanger.
Yep. So she takes her damage. And we will end there.
I just logged back
All
in.
right.
Oh, thank God.
I've got a couple of ideas as to what I want to do here, but we'll see how this works.
We're still taking full stuff, right?
Yeah, I believe you guys are going 2 and 2.
Woo, level up.
Nice.
Oh, did we all level up?
No, I leveled up
According... Yeah, well, I missed last session, so I level up now. I was 2 points away.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
did
I
we level
literally
up?
just hit level 12.
Oh,
I'm
right.
level-
We leveled up the other
Last
time.
session.
Right.
Yes, we did, and I
Level
had,
13.
Level
This'll
13 now.
this'll
I
only
can-
count for next initiative. I forgot I took alert as my 12 feet, so next time it's in.
Level 13, I can speak all the languages in the universe.
Crap, I forgot. What's the gold bonus for leveling up at this level, at this tier?
It is
think it's 450 because I had to look for Winthrop.
500 platinum.
500 platinum.
No,
No,
I wish. No.
No, it's not 450. It's 550, I believe. Let me double check. Back when I leveled up the last time.
It was
That's what I have
550 is
written
what-
down, yeah.
All right, and with that, I will turn off the stream. There will be no Sunday Eberron game because I will be elsewhere. I want to thank everyone who showed up. So, and in the chat, ZLT and Kane Phoenix. I hope you had fun watching our inane insanity. And I would also like to thank another TV viewer, Apricot Droop Fruit, Commander Root, Host Giveaway, Neat Dev, Positivity Bot, Rondo Bun, and Slow Cool. Thank you for joining us. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the Winthrop and Friends Smile Time Hour.
All right.